Happy Saturday. Welcome to another edition of the Bombay Beach Report with Kevin LiT, working for KRAP. Nice day out today. It's like only in the low 90s. I'm not sure what that is that's in Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius, but not a bad day out so far. Got a giant tentacle here. This was installed earlier this year by Sean Guerrero and Royce Carlson. Kind of looks like there may be a giant octopus buried in the sand of the Salton Sea a gazillion years ago, and this is one of its petrified tentacles. Pretty cool, isn't it? Here, I'll wander around and give you a 360 view of a giant tentacle. I forgot what the actual name for this piece is. Pretty cool, isn't it? Come check it out if you haven't been to Bombay Beach in a little while. There's always some new art appearing. And there you have it. Home sweet home. Actually, the name of this piece is called The Fourth Hatch, and it was designed and built by Lisa DeBeck. Pretty cool, isn't it? About a year ago, up until about a year ago, maybe a little less, the water line was here. This thing was in the water. I got some killer reflection shots of it, which I'll show you later in this video. But yeah, so much amazing art out here. And like I said, it's said it a gazillion times in just about every episode. The Salton Sea keeps drying up, so a lot of this art that was once in the water is no longer in the water. But meanwhile, I'll give you a 360 walk around of this as well. Yeah, pretty cool. Just look at how far back the water's gone in just about a year. But yeah, if you haven't been to Bombay Beach recently, you definitely want to come back. There's always something new. I mean, this has been here a little while, but even in the summertime, you'll see new art appear sometimes. Like the amount of detail here with the little door. Then you go inside. Yeah, pretty damn cool. The Fourth Hatch by Lisa DeBeck at Bombay Beach on the Salton Sea. Yeah, piano doesn't play. Well, this isn't really an art piece. Just a random digital piano that somebody left behind here on the shore of the Salton Sea. You can see it's falling apart, but it was in better shape when it was first left here. I tried plugging it into a generator, and it kind of did. It did like a hum, but that was about it. No musical notes or anything played, but make a good backdrop for a music video, though, wouldn't it? Just out here on the Salton Sea, playing some tunes. Nice sunny day on the beach. It hasn't gotten excruciatingly hot here. So what's with all the hay bales? This hay bales act as a wind block. It gets windy as fuck out here so many times, and we love to have bonfires on the beach, but most of the time the wind comes from that and kind of mostly from the west and from the south. So we built this kind of windscreen out of hay bales so that we can have bonfires out. We have the bonfire like over there, so nowhere where the sparks are gonna set the hay bales on fire. But yeah, we call this the Horseshoe Club, because we kind of arrange the hay bales in the shape of a horseshoe. We'll have late night bonfires out here. Where these hay bales came from, we didn't steal these from the dust suppression project. Some artist a couple of years ago during the annual festival, what we call the Biennale, made this big tower that you could climb up on entirely out of these hay bales. The tower started to get unsafe and started falling apart a few months later, so we took it down and we repurposed the hay bales to make this, the Horseshoe Club. Let's take a walk around it at a little bit wider angle, and I can show you what I mean. Yeah, there's a little bit wider angle. You can see why we call it the Horseshoe. We'll have a bonfire there. Sometimes we'll have a smaller bonfire there. And yeah, this does a pretty good job of blocking the wind. Nice and calm out right now, but there's so many times where it's just so damn windy out here. Got some furniture here. We'll bring some more lawn chairs and whatnot when we get into the cooler months and it actually makes sense to have a bonfire. I'll take a walk a little bit further away, give you an overall view of the Horseshoe Club. Sometimes I jokingly call it the Horseshoe Club. But yeah, there you have it. We got some bonfire material that people have been leaving to stock up on in the summer here. Club 86 is what we call this. And the reason we call it that was for a while, there were more than a few people that were getting 86 from the Ski Inn here in town, the only bar in town, the lowest bar in the Western Hemisphere. So we decided to create a beach club and call it Club 86. We just have random community feast here, random bonfires. There's a stage behind here, which I'll show you in a moment. We'll have live music. You bring either a generator or like a Jackery box, plug in these lights. They change different colors. You can control them with the Bluetooth app on your phone. But yeah, Club 86. Here you go. Tables here for the food buffets, food and drink buffets. Really cool lights. That's an old washing machine drum with some sort of dome on top. It lights up at night, and of course all these lights do. When we plug them in, these aren't solar powered. And appropriately, it's behind the Ski Inn too. Got our stage over here. And of course, from Club 86, the band and everybody else has an amazing view of the beautiful Salton Sea. Like I said again, it's summertime, and it's the middle of the day, so not much going on right now. Little fire bin here. Usually when we have a fire going, we'll move the seating appropriately. Right now they're all facing the lake, or sometimes what we do here too, you can see my little e-bike there. Somebody will pull up like a van and we'll drape a white sheet on the side of it and we'll show movies. And I forgot who did this, but this is some really cool art with the lights and the driftwood. But yeah, there you have it, Club 86. Oh, so these ruins here, this concrete and all this other shit, it was before my time, but what I heard is, as I've told y'all, when I first came here in 2008, the water line was pretty much up to almost the top of these rocks. So what these are the ruins of, these concrete slabs and all that, there was a waterfront bar that was appropriately called the Waterfront. And you could either go fishing, sip your drinks, and chill. And imagine the Salton Sea, the water being like right here. Actually, maybe more like there. Now it's way back there. It shows you how much the Salton Sea continues to change. Pray for relief from the heat. This is the Basilica. And besides just being an art installation, we actually do have Sunday services out here at 10:30. Just not in the summer here when it's, no pun intended, or maybe it is a pun intended, hotter than hell. But in the fall, all winter long, and into the late spring, we do have services here at 10:30. I'm not sure who built this. This thing's been here a while. Let's take a walk around. I'll show you some more of it. Maybe it's the Basilica de Salt. But yeah, here you have it. And again, except for in the summer when, again, pun intended, hotter than hell, we do have services here every Sunday, fall, winter, and springtime at 10:30. Of across the faux stained glass. It's a little weathered. The sun is really hard on all the art out here. And the wind. Both are. Now it's time to grill some dinner. Freshly showered and tuned. Gonna be sunset in about an hour or less. Meanwhile, grilling a steak and some corn. Okay, now this is awesome. I love it when I inspire others to go out on the Salton Sea. There's a couple here decided to take their canoe out. They just showed up. That cool or what? The water's a little on the choppy side for me. My boat's like a wide, flat bottom boat, so they got this one like a racing canoe. They're going into the current, no problem. Yeah, pretty experienced. Yeah, it's awesome to see some other people out on the Salton Sea. Not afraid to go into the water. Yeah, a nice sunset, just the right amount of clouds. Nice sunset. Not much in the way of reflections on the water since it's a little breezy out. But just found out a few hours ago there's going to be a SpaceX launch from Vandenberg, and that's taking place at 8:55, assuming the launch doesn't get scrubbed. Sometimes they find problems with the rocket or whatever at the last minute, but otherwise 8:55. It's a little on the late scale as far as being a nice, bright, vibrant launch, but it should still look pretty good. So look west, kind of like west-northwest. Around 8:55, may take it. Sometimes it's a few minutes late, and then it'll go from west to south. If you're in California, be sure to watch that. In the meantime, thank you for watching Bombay Beach Report. Kevin LiT with KRAP.